Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. People should be a bit more careful with their yachts these days. I feel a bit like the Karate Kid. I've had worse views on a Tuesday. Stay tuned for more David Attenborough type shots.
Look what they do to the locals round here.
So that was a very nice couple of pints. Can almost feel my teeth dissolving. Bloody hell, calm down, Kimi Räikkönen. Do you think Nessie's out there somewhere? It's the Drumnadrochit sprocket. Bloody hell, calm down, Kimi Räikkönen. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, thank God for that. Morning and welcome to day 5 on the Great Glen Way. The last day, small matter of 19.5 miles from Drumnadrochit all the way to the finish line at Inverness Castle. I'm looking forward to it. And the Mountain Weather UK forecast suggests that this morning there is moderate drizzle with gusts of wind up to 40 miles an hour, improving this afternoon to moderate drizzle. That said, we have been incredibly lucky so far on this trail because the weather has said one thing but done something different. Will my luck hold out? Who knows? And I didn't do much filming yesterday because when I put the tent up, I was pretty tired. And I met up with G from Red Man Walking and we went to the pub. Why not? The Loch Ness Inn was very nice. Sold Black Isle beer, which is brilliant. And the staff were super friendly. It was really nice. And there's a little co-op there as well, and petrol station, and pizza place, and a little fish and chip place as well. So there's plenty to do in Drumnadrochit, and I can highly recommend the venison salami, black pudding, and haggis pizza. And you can sit inside as well, which means that you don't have to take your pizza back to the campsite and eat it in the cold. And still, Loch Ness continues. We'll definitely get to the end today. Do you think Nessie's out there somewhere? I'm beginning to think it's all a hoax to draw the tourists in. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I seem to have scared the sheep off. They were running towards me a minute ago and then they bottled it. Ha ha! Like a 1, sheep 0. Do you want some? Come on.
Playing well, I'm telling you.
Oh, you want some?
Hey?
You want some?
Well, the Oaks are playing well, wouldn't
You
they?
want some or what?
Are you ready?
Some then, come on. Hey, do you want some? Bloody hell, calm down. Chill. Whoa, my word. Right. Let's go through here. Very slow. That's it, run past. Thank you. Jesus, man. Kamikaze. Trip, trap, went the first billy goat gruff. Can you hear those strange noises? I believe it's the Drumnadrochit sprocket, which is a bastard son of a leprechaun and Nessie after one drunken night in 1840. Now roams these woods looking for unsuspecting lone hikers. I better get a move on. Drizzle? 40 mile an hour winds? What drizzle? What wind? This is a steep path up here. Doing me the world of good. My word, I am sweating like an overweight hiker that's just gone up a big hill. God, that was hard work. We're not far from the top though, the highest point of today, which will mean that most of it, apart from a little bit, is downhill. Woohoo! Anyway, let me spin you around and show you this wild camping spot, because this would be fabulous to stay at. It's a nice flat area to get a good couple of tents at least. And you get yourself a nice bench with a fantastic view looking down onto Loch Ness, and you can see Nessie as well. Let me show you. She's not a myth after all. Right, let's go. 15.5 miles now to the end and glory. And look at this, a Great Glen Way questionnaire. First question, where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Right, I'm going to fill this in when I pick the pen up. So it's worth filling out that questionnaire. Well, I hope it's worthwhile filling out that questionnaire. I've just spent 5 minutes doing it. Giving the good and the bad and what can be improved. For example, more composting toilets at some of the wild camping spots. And yes, hoping to win the Caribbean cruise. And you may remember I said at the very start of this trail, is this the perfect trail for the craziness that's happening in the world at the moment? And I'm going to give you my answer now with 15 miles to go, because it's not going to change. And the answer is yes, absolutely. Not just this trail really, any other long day or multi-day trail certainly helps wipe away some of the noise and nonsense that's going on in the world at the moment. And of course you can't always ignore it, and shouldn't always ignore it, because without fighting some of it, things won't change, will they? However, if you want to clear your mind, a long distance trail is absolutely perfect for it. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy, it's quite hard, and I have found this particularly tough in places, but well worth doing if you get the chance. And it kind of leads me on to the thought about what a long distance or multi-day adventure does for you really. It's funny because it kind of puts an indelible print into your soul. You know, places change forever after doing a trip like this, because whenever you're then passing through by car or whatever, you'll always remember various different sections and bring that to mind. More so when I was travelling up on the train from Glasgow to Fort William, and you go along large sections of the West Highland Way, and that just brought back some amazing memories. So yeah, kind of doing a long distance trail really changes everything. It gives you a kind of deep rooted sense of belonging in a place. Bloody hell, what's happened to me? Getting all bloody philosophical and serious. Where's the nonsense? Here, Thornton. Your town, Deacon Blue, come on! This is going to power me up this hill. I wouldn't want to be you, mostly not even near you. When they're gone, they will curse you and raise a tide against you. I just don't go. Maybe there's a way not to make it hurt. Ever since you left, it just gets worse. Living out in your town. Too busy listening to Deacon Blue. I nearly went left on the low route, but no, I'm going to go right on the high route. Why not? Takes me to the highest point of the day, and then it's all downhill, and I'll probably get a better view of Loch Ness from up here as well. Oh, what a day! There we have the highest point of today, and it's downhill now all the way to pizza and beer. Woohoo! Well, I hope you're liking this video. If you are, give it a thumbs up. Put a comment in. Have you done the Great Glen Way? What do you think of it? And if you don't already, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get to see more adventures that I will be doing, and it really helps a small channel like mine. Let me just spin you around, because we've just come across this wonderful little house. Look at this. And then after that, we're only about 14 miles back, so we should get back to Inverness by about 3 in the afternoon with a look. Then pizza and a beer and a proper sit down. Right, let me show you this. This looks great. God, that'd be a nice place to sleep. Oh, fire pit there. Good little wild camping spot. Wow, nice. Left turn, Clyde. That one's got sticks sticking out of his house. Right, enough of that. So I'm coming up towards the Abriachan eco campsite now, which has a reputation for amazing cake and coffee and lots of little sundries, and I've been contemplating for the last half an hour whether to go or not, because I have got 2 litres of liquid and a load of sweets in my bag that I could drink and eat to make my pack lighter for the last 10 and a bit miles down into Inverness. And it's now 11 o'clock in the morning, and I've not eaten today, and I've only drunk a bottle of Iron Brew and a little bottle of some electrolytes, and I'm thinking, do I just push on? Do I just keep going and get to Inverness? And I keep thinking, but if I do, I'm going to miss this experience. So even though I said to G from Red Man Walking yesterday, that I wasn't going to bother. I think I'm going to do it. Sod it. It'll be the first sit down today since I set off at 7:30. So why not? Coffee and cake it is. It's not often you see signs like this in the woods, is it? Come on, let's have cake. You deserve it, Julian. Ring my bell, ring my bell, ring my bell. Stop, hammer time. Coffee and cake awaits. Look at this for a feast I've got. Bacon and lentil soup. A big plate full of fruit. Look at that, that's incredible. The biggest piece of cake you've ever seen. Plenty of sugar. Some fruit pastels. And a cafetiere coffee. I'm so glad I decided to stay here. This soup is incredible. Wonderful. If you're going to come and do Great Glen Way, may I recommend stopping off here to have some food. Cheers. How am I going to fit in pizza at the Black Isle Bar later after having all this? Christ almighty. I feel full after that. Ho ho ho! Cafetiere coffee. That was really nice. That's going to really rocket me on. Bacon and lentil soup, delicious. The cake was amazing, but a massive piece as well. And a whole bowl of fruit. I don't know where she got those blueberries from. But even Norris McWhirter would be pleased with them. And half a packet of fruit pastels, which I've got in my pocket. But I tell you what, well worth doing, definitely. Right, 10 and a bit miles to Inverness, which is a good job because I need to work off for that lunch. The weather is finally closing in on me. We've 9.5 miles to go. We should be there in a few hours. Don't care anymore what the weather does. Nearly done. Yes. It's 1 o'clock, 7.25 miles to go to Inverness, and my luck with the weather, as you can see, has finally run out. Never mind, soon be there. I'll bring you back when we're a bit closer to Inverness. I know it's wanging it down, but it's still really pretty in these trees. Let me spin you around and have a look. Simply beautiful. I suppose I better leave the shelter of this tree and crack on. So before I get into Inverness, I'd just like to say that this has been a fantastic trail. The second half is much better than the first. It's been very hard on the feet, I have to say. It does feel harder than the West Highland Way that I did last year. But the West Highland Way is about 20 miles longer. So it'll be interesting to check out the stats between the two in terms of ascent, etc. Like some kind of Sado looking at me. Garmin metrics. Anyway, I'm going to check those out because it'll be interesting just to see. And I'd just like to give a shout out to people that I met on the trail. So Elle on the first day at Gairlochit, the Irish lads who were paddling the whole thing, Of course, a big shout out to G from a Red Man Walking. I've spent quite a few miles with on the trail, and even a wild camp. And anyone else who I've said hello to or interacted with, the Aussie lady, of course. Hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday around Europe. And yeah, I shall bring you back now when am I getting into Inverness. Be nice to see Inverness. I think it might get a view of it in a while. And the good thing is, it stopped raining, so I'm hopeful. But that's it for today, and I can get to the finish line. There she blows. Inverness. End of the trail. Should be down in about an hour and a half to the end. Thankfully I can take this pack off. What a trail though. Right, see you in Inverness. And here we are with 2 miles to go to Inverness Castle and the finish. We finish again on the Caledonian Canal that our old friend Thomas Telford built. Thomas Telford had a bit of a interesting history. You want to check him out? You know, one of the things is Telford in Shropshire was actually named after him, and he's done a lot of bridges, one of which being the Menai Bridge that crosses into Anglesey. There's also the Conway Bridge, Sligachan Bridge, the bridge back at Invermoriston, the Pontysister Bridge, Aqueduct, which is that one in Llangollen that goes on the canal with a massive drop, plus various other things. But it's him to thank for the Caledonian Canal to allow passage from east to west or west to east coast in Scotland. Ah, brilliant. And here we are, 78 miles from Fort William to the finish of the Great Glen Way in Inverness. I am officially knackered. Before we go, ha ha! Hey, it's G from Red Man Walking. Hello, my friend. How you doing there?
Well,
Cheers.
so long. I've been waiting here for ages.
Oh my word.
Oh,
I am knackered.
that's been one epic day, hasn't it?
Hasn't it just? Hasn't it just? Right, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Ta-ra. From Drumnadrochit to Inverness was 21 miles as I took the high path to the highest point of the route, an Abriachan eco campsite, before heading along and dropping into Inverness along the Caledonian Canal and finally the River Ness.